CM University. It is Ravi, men's group facilitator. We have Coach Romeo, aka Community Leader Romeo, Brazil Ego Legend, and we have the great and powerful New York's finest, Coach D. What's up, boys? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, Ravi? Great to be back.
Okay, and what is up with you, big boy?
We just went out for the birthday boy dinner, you know what I'm saying? I got him a cute. We got him a cute.
Happy birthday to me.
Got him a cute little cookie, but for real, what we're gonna celebrate is his transformation into becoming a confident man.
So what we're going to be talking about today is Community Leader Romeo's evolution in the program from dealing with a lot of people-pleasing tendencies, nice guy tendencies, and really not having the good kind of masculine frame that he wanted. That led to a lot of subpar relational outcomes, and versus now, the deeper level transformation that he had. The guys who've got the kind of people-pleasing tendencies, it comes from a lot of fear and it comes from a lot of negative emotions within them that haven't really processed just yet. And with that comes overthinking, anxiety, fear of expressing yourself in a masculine context, and all of those things lead to you getting, as we say, cucked, chucked, and fucked.
Cooked!
Yep. So on the other side of that, going through our program, going through a lot of intensive mentoring with Coach D, Romeo was able to switch not only his relationship outcomes, but how his vibe is, how his presence is. He's a magnetic, confident, funny, charismatic. You know, dude, just even when I rocked up and saw you after a minute, like, this dude has just got it down.
You saw me in the beginning. I'm a changed person.
Yeah, bro. I remember. Exactly. I remember we
He not a joke.
I probably couldn't even do this interview before.
Yeah, right. That's the crazy
You're a nervous
shit.
wreck when you feel like you have to be... It's being someone you're not, really. And
Most definitely.
Now you're just able to kind of be yourself and confidently own it, and everyone respects that. That's like aura.
That's what's up.
When he says be yourself, viewers, he's saying be yourself as a confident person, not just your head up your ass and be like, la 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 la. Everybody likes me for me.
Yeah, man. So basically what we're going to talk about is the nervous system shifts and the masculine polarity. That was the center point of Romeo's transformation. So masculine polarity was the first thing that Coach had him focusing on, which was him understanding that his real value was in his core essence, and him learning to express that was something that Coach trained him a lot on. That looked like social skills development, and as he did that, the world changes. Universe opens up, women open up. Talk to us a little bit about your journey with the masculine training aspect of your transformation.
Yeah, I mean, I'd actually just like to go back to what you had just talked about in the beginning. Yeah.
Grab that mic, man. Lead that mic, man.
Of course.
Lead us.
I will. I mean, you said in the beginning, it's just like all you can offer is your masculinity, and you know there was the times where I've seen guys they'll go to stand-up classes or improv classes because they think all the funny guys get girls, or they go to the gym because they think all the muscular guys get girls, or they go to they get a good job because they think all these doctors and lawyers they get girls, or they start a business, it's like all the business owners get girls. But really, what I learned from you guys is like you could a woman can she could go to a comedy show and watch comedy. She could go to the gym and oogle at the buff guys. She could take a vacation and enjoy the sense of luxury for a little while. Really, men, you can't offer anything to a woman except for your core masculinity, your core masculine essence. Pretty much the only thing us guys can offer women that they just can't spend money for is the experience of being in the presence of a man. And that really hit me because I finally saw because
For real.
Right, because I've been on the streets with you, and like you get frustrated. It's like I've worked so hard to become who I am, and you see these women with these they're quite frankly like losers in society.
Just say bums, it's fine.
It's okay.
Rejects, like we know it. And like at this audience,
Tell me where you are.
Yeah, this audience has seen it as well, but it's just like you realize like they respect them because they bring something that money doesn't bring. They bring their masculine essence. It's the experience of being in a man. And it's actually, now that I've had finally success and experience of being with a feminine woman, it's like that all the money I have couldn't buy that.
Nope.
And that's what it is.
Exactly.
And we have a joke in the community that it's known that if a barista is like a barista, we call him Tommy for short. He's usually a good-looking guy who lives with roommates, doesn't even have his own.
10 housemates and fucking bushwicks.
Doesn't even have his own place.
Nah.
Makes like 20-30K a year.
Shit.
Most gorgeous woman fawning over him,
Fighting to be in that rotation,
and he's
bro.
probably like dating multiple women because this guy just gives no fucks. Like, I'm making coffee, but so fucking what? Or it's the same thing when, you know, I joke with my clients, like a guy that works at Foot Locker. Lives in fucking Uptown, but that guy, same thing. He has either a banging ass girlfriend, a good dating life because he just gives no fuck. Yeah, I sell shoes. Or the bartender. The bartender has so much attitude and swag. But you see, what's the commonality between these three? They all have vibe and they don't give a fuck what they do. And you accept who they are, regardless of their job title or whatever.
That's so because we ain't exactly telling these dudes go be a barista, go be a bartender, go earn 20K. What we're saying to you is that success leaves clues, and the universal nature and timeless principles is where you go to when you need to work out when shit ain't working. How do we make this work? So the universal principle at play here is that what women are really attracted to, and people in general, right, be it men or women or whatever you're looking for, is how you make the other person feel. And how you make the other person feel is a consequence of how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, though, right? Be you any race, any heritage, any fat, skinny, whatever, man. If you fucking love yourself, you love the presence that you have in this world, the energy that you bring, every single person you interact with is going to feel your vibe, your energy, right? And that is true core confidence, and that's what it's about. That's what CMU is all about. So talking of the case of community leader Romeo, in addition to getting his masculine training, Romeo did a lot of like inner game work and a lot of nervous system rewiring, regulation work. He did a lot to shift his thinking patterns, work on his beliefs. At the start, his beliefs was a big thing. He had to basically do a lot of programming on himself to understand that the way he was operating as a man and how society and civilization kind of shoehorned him to go down the road of going to university, becoming a successful professional. He had to understand that like that wasn't going to lead to the best relationship outcomes for him. In fact, it was fine for the system who wants him to produce and pay tax, but it weren't exactly going to lead to the type of situation he wanted romantically. So he had to get over that and did some deep work on it. He had to get over many aspects of basically society and civilization not working the way that any of us really want. We don't want to live in a culture of fucking hookup bullshit. We want real love out here. So there was a lot that we had to go through, but then the big breakthroughs came when he had the deeper understanding of his emotions, of how he feels, of how to connect with his emotions again, of doing the processing, of understanding how he fucking got to be a fucking logic head and all that shit, right? And then he had some big unlocks, and then he went to Brazil, and yeah, the rest is history from there. Hence, he got the name Coach Brazil. So, Coach, talk to us about like literally how you feel now versus how you used to feel, right? As you went, talk to us about like the nervous system type of work that we did, and how you kind of now carry yourself, your energy and vibe.
Yeah, there's a certain, if you're like a high achieving guy, you have a lot of successes for yourself. There's some, most people aren't like that. Most people aren't high achievers. They don't feel that same drive as you. And I feel a lot of the high achievers that I've interacted with, and myself too, I'm speaking, from my own motivations, it's you were driven to high success due to a feeling about yourself that you're not enough. And you really have to come to terms with, again, like what we talked about, it's like all you really have to offer a woman is, if you think your job's going to get you, if you think your muscles, your whatever is going to get you what you want in life, it's not. It's really your emotions.
It gets your foot in the door. We could tell them that.
Yeah,
like, it'll help.
Okay,
we're not telling you to be like like a bum ass.
Yeah.
It'll help you, but if you just rely on that external factor when you're lacking the internal, she will get bored. She will find another option, or she will, unfortunately, you might get cheated on because you cannot stimulate her emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
Important.
Well, it's like these girls, like they want, like it's like, oh, doctors. Girls are interested in doctors, right? But it's like they watch all these, like they read all these, like
media brainwashing.
They read like these books about these like successful doctors who are, again, these doctors are masculine in these books or these movies, and they see all these like TV shows about these doctors who are like doing all these things. So in their mind, like when they hear like doctor, there's an emotional experience associated with that, and they're expecting that emotional experience. But if I've met, I am a doctor, and I've also talked to other doctors, and they don't. A lot of doctors are just, dude, they're boring.
I've coached doctors, I've coached lawyers, I've coached CEOs, and these guys are making anywhere between 200 to 800K, and I hate to admit it, but they, I will tell them put their ego aside. Is that let's just be honest and transparent. The majority of them have bad dating lives. or like internally they're a fucking wreck because they don't know how to feel from within or to lead from within. They lead from the outside, which is their money status and their looks, which eventually is gonna fade. It doesn't last forever.
Yeah, and the thing is, there are a lot of them are driven to that, myself included, is because you think it's gonna get you some result,
Correct.
right? And then when it doesn't come result, like that's when it all falls apart, right?
Yeah.
And then so I got to such a late stage, and where it's like, dude, I got the results, but I'm not getting the dating life I want. And then you become a despair, like desperate. You become broken, like you said. That's when I found you. I came to you broken. I'm like, I have all this success, this material success.
Why is it not translating?
Why is it not translating to success, right? Yeah. And that's when you pointed out, it's like it's truly your core masculine essence that the women are after. And it was expected that if you are successful, you should have developed that. But there's just a big disconnect in society where all this education system I went to, all the like gym stuff I did, it didn't actually build my core because I just like without the program I wouldn't have known how to build that. And I'm not the only one in this situation. There's a lot of high achieving guys who are they achieve very well, but what was pushing them was a place of negativity, a place of I wasn't enough. And then you get to that place and then you realize like that didn't get you the woman, and it's like I'm still not enough, and you're basically as if you didn't even have those achievements.
That's it. So the thing with this is, thank you, Romeo, for sharing that. That's powerful. And the most liberating thing is that the high achieving dudes are the ones that are most likely to get results in our program because they're already intelligent, they're already disciplined, they already know how to follow a program. It's just that they're not getting the results and outcomes that they're really looking for because their methodology is an inferior methodology.
Correct.
And if you are not getting results, guess what you have to do? It's time to change your methodology. So for those of you who are out there looking for change and looking for the next level, and you're sick of being in unsatisfying relationships or unsatisfying outcomes in career or body or physique or whatever it is that you're looking for, mental health, all of these things change when you reconnect with your core essence and who you really are as a person. And we have a system for this. It's called the 3-pillar system, the CMU methodology. Life and all of your outcomes are an expression of the base apex of the pyramid, which is nervous system regulation. The wider that base, the higher your overall pinnacle that you can get to. The middle of the pyramid is structure and discipline, where we're actually going to get you doing the work. D's going to train you on the social skills, the masculine game, the mindsets, the frames. All of that's going to come from D, and I'm going to be there to support you in developing the best version of yourself, getting identity level change. And then final piece of this, it's truly aligned goals that are you setting goals for yourself in your relationships and other areas of life that are going to be the North Star, that are going to take all this transformation to the next level and unlock the version of you who you were born to be. So if you resonate with that and you understand that there is a solution out there, it's not that it's the end of the line for you. All it is that you have to now understand you've reached the limit of your current methodology. And your breakthrough is when you finally drop your ego to say, I don't know how to get beyond this paradigm, but I'm willing to explore something that might be able to elevate me. That is CMU. And if that is you, and if you resonate with that message, what I want you to do is go into the comment section below, drop the word sovereign, and I'm going to send you some of our protocols that we use to get men the transformation. And further to that, we're going to wrap this one up. This is a movement. This is about men and women coming together, putting aside the toxicity, putting aside the red pill, putting aside the game, moving beyond all of that. We're offering a third way, which is embodiment, which is energy, it's attraction and alignment. And if you want to support that, what you want to do right now is hit subscribe, drop a comment, like this video, and support our mission. Thank you for your time today, Romeo. It was a pleasure chatting to you. Happy birthday to you, baby.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
And Coach, drop some wisdom, and then we're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'll drop some wisdom.
Which coach are we dropping?
Let's do the birthday boy.
All right, birthday boy. My bad.
I'll just say this. If you're a high achiever, but you're not getting the success, the romantic success that you want, the success with your interpersonal relationships, and you think, oh, there's other value that I'm missing, I'm not valuable enough. Now, if you're a high achiever, you are valuable. It's just that value has to be manifested through your core. And there's a lot of people, you're perhaps one of them, where you've achieved a lot, but that didn't come into your core. So the thing about us is, for us high achievers, it was very easy for me to to actually express that value through my core. Like if you're a high achiever, consider yourself, even though you're not getting the results that you want, consider yourself lucky, because there's other people who just aren't high achieving yet, but also have to develop their core. So if you're a high achiever, you're in a good spot. You just need someone to come in and help you to actually be able to express that value that you have.
Power in Brazil wisdom.
Nice.